17-year-old Jesse Miskelly allegedly confesses to watching two other suspects choke, rape, and sexually mutilate three West Memphis second graders.
Isn't it a fact that aside from the brutal beating that they administered to these three 8-year-olds, that they also castrated one of the boys?
Christopher Byers' sexual organs were rather artfully removed.
So two of the boys were also raped. Do you think everyone is lying about your son?
Yes, I do.
Then why did he make a 32-minute confession to the cops?
Because they hounded him, they cussed him, they threatened him.
He hit him with his fist and bruised him all up real bad. Then Jason turned around and hit Steve Branch and started doing the same thing. Then the other one took off. Michael Moore took off running, so I chased him and grabbed him and held him. Damien had kind of a big old stick when he hit that first one. I saw him cut one of the little boys.
All right, where did he cut him at?
He was cutting him in the face.
Describe the wounds on Stevie's body.
The left side of his face was cut and mutilated.
Two teenage girls took the stand this morning, and they said they heard Damien Echols confess to the murders of three 8-year-old boys.
I heard Damien Echols say that he killed the three boys. He said, I killed the big old boys, and before I turn myself in, I'm going to kill two more.
He told me how he dismembered the kid, or I don't know exactly how many kids, so he just said he dismembered them. He sucked the blood from the penis and the scrotum and put the balls in his mouth.
Now, Michael, when was it that you came forward with this information?
I'm not really sure. I believe it's like a couple months later.
What caused you to come forward at that point?
Because I saw the family on TV and saw how broken-hearted they were about their children being missing, and I got a soft heart. I couldn't take it.
11, when he asked you, how do you think they died? And its answer is mutilation, cut up all three, heard they were in the water drowning, cut up one more than the others. Is that, again, what Officer Ridge said and you just agreed?
No, I had saw that on TV, newspapers, people talking. If he didn't get the answer he liked, he would go back and try to get me to say something else.
And it's your testimony specifically that you weren't the one who said one was cut up more than the other,
no,
and it was Officer Ridge who said that?
I agreed with him when he said that.
Okay. And if he says something different, he'd be lying about it, right? You're the one telling the truth.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Person had a demonic side to them?
I believe every person has a good side and a bad side, yes.
Well, were those your words when you referred, when he's got it written down here, he stated that there was no control of the demonic portion of people?
He asked me, did I think there were some people that could not control that side? I said, yes, I guess there is.
It also states that Damien stated that the younger the victim would be more innocent, and in turn more power would be given the person doing the killing.
All right.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay, those are your words.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on that jury, would you have a hard time letting him go? Based on what you heard?
Yeah.
Had some things to do with the murder of these boys. Caused any problems within your family or with any of the other victims' family?
We, the jury, find Damien Echols guilty of capital murder in the death of Stevie Branch. We, the jury, find Damien Echols guilty of capital murder in the death of Chris Byers. We, the jury, find Damien Echols guilty of capital murder in the death of Michael Moore. We, the jury, find Jason Baldwin guilty of capital murder in the death of Chris Byers. We, the jury, find Jason Baldwin guilty of capital murder in the death of Stevie Branch. We, the jury, find Jason Baldwin guilty of capital murder in the death of Michael Moore.
People ask me questions and I done told them once. You know, I don't like people asking me and asking me and asking me. Now, I'm going to tell you one time, and you know, you just egg it on, then I'm gonna just say something, just leave me alone. You know, that's what I did. You know, they just egged it on, and finally I just told the cops, look, you know, all right, I did it. You know, I killed him in there.
What the police wanted me to say. Everything that I said really came from the police. Like, well, you told me earlier something about this and this and that. That's when I said, okay. That's when I repeat what they said.
Because I knew immediately, you know, when I first started that they were innocent, I knew instantly that they were wrongfully accused.
Killed these three boys, you know, boys that they didn't even know. We thought that the best thing to do would be to actually get some expert analysis on the crime itself.
This appeared to be what we call a lust murder. There was blunt force trauma inflicted on these children. There was evidence of sexual mutilation to one of the victims. 3 victims were hogtied with their shoelaces. The focus of the investigation is always on the families.
Convicted of killing these kids, are they just going to walk out of jail?
Well, what we have heard, what could happen today is that they could enter something that's very unusual called Alford pleas. And the 3 men will say, look, we are innocent, but in order to get out of jail, we will plead guilty.
I am David Lacer, circuit judge. Subject to the court's approval, certain dispositive agreements has been reached between the state and the defendants in this case. The Alford plea, it's a guilty plea with a profession of innocence. If you would, please, Mr. Eccles, Mr. Baldwin, Mr. Miss Kelly, if you would stand, please. Mr. Eccles, how do you wish to plead in this case?
Your Honor, I am innocent of these charges, but I'm entering an Alford guilty plea today.